Tupelo, Mississippi. I don't care what you have to say, I want to go there.
Thank you. Right.
What a great, fun way to enter this afternoon. But we do honestly want to hear what you have to say and what you can tell us about the projects you have going on. So are you ready, Tupelo?
We're ready.
All right, please continue.
Thank you. Welcome to Tupelo, Mississippi. I'm Mayor Jack Reed Jr. Please join us on Tupelo's front porch. Tupelo is not blessed with natural advantages. We're not located on a beautiful coast, a river, or in the majestic mountains. In fact, at one time, we were the county seat of the poorest county in the poorest state in America. But over time, our community has earned a national reputation for achievement, progress, and we believe our advantages are our people. Our commitment to citizen-driven public-private partnerships led by what we call the Tupelo spirit, a spirit of inclusivity, a spirit that says what's good enough for some of us is good enough for all of us, and a willingness to put our own money and energy where our hopes are for ourselves and for our children. Today we're excited to tell you about Tupelo's leadership in 3 local, national, even international transformations.
These 3 transformations have improved the quality of life throughout our community. We've combined proactive health care with cutting-edge education that's putting our youth on a road to a better tomorrow. We've converted vacant land in front of City Hall into an innovative green space that's becoming a place of destination and community building. And we're committed to honoring our senior citizens using a model that's been recognized nationally as well as internationally.
And by cooperating, we're improving the minds and bodies of our children. With the diet and exercise program that our schools put before them, plus the laptop computers that every 6th through 12th grader carries home with them every single night of the week, we're equipping them to succeed.
But did you know that Mississippi is one of the unhealthiest states in the nation? That's why our mayor started the Mayor's Healthy Tupelo Task Force, a task force dedicated to making Tupelo one of the healthiest cities in the state of Mississippi and setting a great example. Last year, we had the Trim Down, Tone Up Tupelo Weight Loss Challenge, where we had almost 200 teams lose over 4,000 pounds.
4,000 of us walked in the Mayor's Marathon.
And our Healthcare Foundation partnered with local businesses and individuals to build HealthWorks, an interactive children's health education center that's already in just 2.5 years infectiously contaminated almost 70,000 people to learn, have fun, and make great life choices. HealthWorks, only the 2nd of its kind in the entire nation, is quickly becoming a role model for the prevention of obesity.
I'm an endocrinologist, and it breaks my heart to see more and more cases of diabetes in younger and younger folks. As a community, we decided to come together in an attempt to nip unhealthy habits in the bud. Thus came HealthWorks.
HealthWorks drives home the message of healthy food choices, active lifestyle, and personal hygiene to kids of all ages in a playful manner.
Just the other day, I was in line at a fast food place. Ahead of me was this 9-10-year-old kid with that wacky HealthWorks top hat. I knew we were getting our message across when I saw the kid and his mom insist on the fruit cup and salad and not the fries with their value meal. Go HealthWorks!
Our innovative Health on the Shelf program puts healthy foods at the checkout counter of our local convenience stores.
We have over 100 teens on our Mayor's Youth Task Force. Our mission is to service the voice for the betterment of present and future generations by making a difference together, uniting Tupelo forever. We have lots of energy, and we are putting it all into making Tupelo a cool place to live.
Speaking of cool, through a partnership with Apple, Tupelo students benefit from one of the largest digital learning programs in the South. Students at all grade levels have access to technology such as MacBooks, iPads, iPods, and interactive whiteboards.
I love that every 6th through 12th grade student has their own MacBook for home and school use. and every baby born in our local hospital, that's 2,400 since the program began, gets to take home a copy of Goodnight Moon so that their parent can read to them each night.
Educationally, healthily, we're transforming our local community, and we're leading a sea change to transform the institutional traditional elder care model into family group homes.
We decided to do something about the fact that people would rather die than move into a nursing home. The Greenhouse is a small group home for 10 people who need skilled nursing care. We honor the elder by giving them care and decision-making that revolves around them. People who live in, work in, and visit the greenhouses are forever changed by their experience there.
My wife lives in one of the greenhouses. The relationships that we've built over the years have become just as important as the excellent care she receives. The families of the staff and elders have become our family.
We always say in the greenhouses that we grow people. As a greenhouse guide and original Shabazz, I've witnessed growth in our elders and our employees that is just simply amazing. The greenhouse setting has allowed us to empower our staff through education and training that can be used in their personal lives as well as in our community.
People are walking who were in wheelchairs. People are eating who wouldn't eat in the nursing home. People are gaining weight who, no matter how hard we tried in the nursing home, were losing weight. People have twinkles in their eyes again, and people are living again, and that's transforming.
By innovating, we're changing and making our city greater. Acres of land near our downtown area has been transformed into a thriving cultural arts center.
In 1956, Elvis Presley gave a homecoming concert. 55 years later, this land is once again welcoming visitors back home to Tupelo's front porch, Fair Park.
The Tupelo Redevelopment Agency, a citizen-driven group, came together to transform this fairground into a cool green space and place for families to come together.
I love playing in the dancing fountain.
We do! Winner of the prestigious Phoenix Award for Brownfield's revitalization, Fair Park is the site of our annual Elvis Presley Festival. Volunteers put in over 3,000 hours to host this event for our community, our visitors, and entertainers from all over the world.
On the main free music concert help us bridge our age, race, and culture differences. Music is a universal language.
And through our Movies at Fair Park series, we bring in boys and girls, moms and dads, aunts and uncles, and grandparents from all walks of life. We're intentionally supporting the programs that bring us together as a community.
We even had an Ole Miss Mississippi State football tailgate party. We had over 4,000 people come down to watch this game. Y'all know in the South we love SEC football.
And I really love our Tupelo High School pep rallies at Fair Park. Did you know that 95% of all Tupelo children still attend our public schools?
We're becoming smarter and healthier. We're taking care of our elders in a brand new way, and we're keeping that small town spirit while we become a micropolitan.
Welcome to Tupelo, y'all.
Welcome home.
Welcome to the All-American City.
Now, please join me as the Executive Director of our Boys and Girls Club here at our front porch leads us in Elton John's hit song, Porch Swing in Tupelo. Zell?
There's a porch swing in Tupelo in the shade of the South, where sweet honey drips out of that old hush your mouth. It's a slow road on down that old Natchez Trace through Alabama cotton fields to a state of grace. It's a crisp golden autumn on the Tennessee line, flowing down the Mississippi like you're headed back in time. Towns closed on Sundays, everybody's in church, it's empty as the moon, this place here on earth. Now some places don't change, some places move slow. I'm just rocking myself on this porch, swinging Tupelo. I got nothing to do except swing in the breeze. Don't stop the old South all around me. Yeah, swing high, yeah, swing low. Here on this porch, swing in Tupelo.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we're ready to accept questions now.
I knew my first impression was right. I do want to be in Tupelo. There's a lot of good things going on, so let's let this panel ask you some questions about what you're doing. I believe, Kirk, you asked first.
One of the things in your application that was certainly on the good news front was the announcement that the Toyota plant would be built in Blue Springs nearby with 2,000 people employment. That appears from your application to have set off a planning process whereby you were trying to figure out how you're going to develop differently in view of that economic impact. Could you say just a little bit about what will be different because you're planning for that plant to open? What practices will be different? What policies will be different? That gives you confidence this is going to be a good thing as it rolls out, and you won't be singing "I'm All Shook Up."
Very, very clever. Thank you. Well, let me say first, we are committed to remaining Tupelo, Mississippi, not Toyota, Mississippi. And we're just a town. We're a proud town of 35,000 people, but we are absolutely dedicated, and through our planning process, we are dedicated to doing exactly what you say, to transform ourselves into an international community of 35,000 while still hanging on to and even improving the lives of the citizens we've got. We have a 2025 plan. Our B.J. Teal, our development director, might speak to that specifically, but we also are doing some things right now in housing, in neighborhood redevelopment that we're excited about. But B.J., you might just take a minute on the 2025 plan.
The 2025 plan is all about neighborhoods and our infrastructure. Parts of our community is aging, so we hope that within 5 to 10 years we'll see the effects of the 2025 plan with sustainability of our neighborhoods, strong neighborhoods, diverse entertainment, and business opportunities.
I might just, add one other thing. We just passed last month a 10 mil tax on ourselves to increase our infrastructure capabilities for the next 5 years.
Did you say 10 mils?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Lynn, I believe you have a question.
So Tupelo has been written up many times as a pretty ideal community and city. And it's probably a framework where it's like, how do you move from success to significance? So I'm wondering, how do you sustain what's gone before? How do you continue to reinvent? How do you move? What are the mechanisms that are in place in the community that you're always taking on something new?
Hank?
Well, I would just like to say I work for one of the largest non-metropolitan hospitals in the United States. And one of the things that we do at the hospital is we have focus groups. We have different types of groups that get together on a regular basis and find out through different types of programs, how are we doing what we're doing, and how can we do it better? And there's always a better way of doing something, not by reinventing the wheel, but by doing it better than we did it before and taking it one step above. And as you can see in anything that we do, we try to take it one step above how we did it the last time, keeping our tradition, keeping what we've been doing, but then taking it up a notch. And I'm Fred Pitts on Tupelo City Council, and you're right. It is tough to continue to succeed. And we're finding it real hard to dig deep, listen to our community, listen to our citizens. And with task force our mayor's put together, which we've had over 100 people volunteer for, we're continuously looking for areas that we can improve on. that we can grow our city, and we can't sit still. We have to keep climbing forward every day, no matter what the economy does or anything else. We have to find ways to be progress.
And I'm Steve McAlilly, the president of the Greenhouses. I've talked to people all over the country about our becoming the first in the nation to try something as unique and had never been done like this before. And my answer to that question is more about culture. It's just in the air. We couldn't have done that, as unique as that was, unless we had a fertile bed of people in Tupelo that continue to pass this spirit down through each generation. And that's where we are right now. We're carrying the torch to the next generation.
And I just say the last thing is we need to be humble too and have humility about, yes, we're a great city. We're proud of Tupelo. I hope we show that. But we also recognize we've got our challenges, and our demographics continue to change. We've got a lot of the same challenges cities all over America have. And so we try to admit those to ourselves. So yes, we've got these challenges. What can we do to have more equity in the school system? What can we do to lift a rising tide, lift all boats? So we're not just sitting there patting each other on the back. In fact, just the opposite.
Thank you. Hugh, I believe you have a question.
Yeah, I did. I think it got asked, but I want to go someplace else. I want to know, y'all going to bottle that air and sell it across the country?
I wish we could.
You know, we know Tupelo for Elvis. We know Tupelo for the Toyota plant. We know all of that. I know Tupelo because my understanding was that Tupelo never had to fight integration of its schools. Okay, and that there was a foundation or a newspaper man that started a foundation. You know, for those of us who had to go south, we had to get some of that history. And we've heard that in Tupelo there was a newspaper man from someplace, and he started this foundation. Is that foundation still in place? And is that foundation still driving the development in Tupelo?
Our locally owned newspaper, owned by the Create Foundation, it is a unique ownership situation in our country, and we are blessed to have that relationship. Our Create Foundation funnels back profits into the community, and it is truly a unique situation, and it's all about the Tupelo spirit. That was George McLean you were referring to. He bought a bankrupt paper back after the Depression, and he was the one who said, sort of canned that Tupelo spirit and said, no one's going to come in here and solve problems for us. It is up to us, and we've just kept that spirit alive all these years.
And I'll say this, the community has enlarged and grown that foundation. So it no longer is just the profits of the newspaper, but in fact there are many more private donations now than the newspaper's own contribution. So the community has adopted that foundation and continues to take it forward. That foundation, for example, was the first one in Mississippi and one in the South to now we give free community college education to any graduate of Lee County High Schools.
It is alive and well. As a former board member, now Create has the Commission on the Future of Northeast Mississippi, 16 counties within our region, and it is the leader in addressing problems that exist throughout the region, and body of people come together every quarter to address those needs. So Create is doing well.
Yeah, we want y'all to bottle that voice.
Not for sale. Not for sale.
Tupelo, I thank you for coming. I wish everybody, if you could just take a portrait of your community from where I'm sitting. You are the most diverse-looking community, but yet you don't talk about it because you're just comfortable with it. You have found the secret of encompassing, embracing your diversity. And it shows. It shows in what you say and how you treat each other. I love what you said, Mayor, is Toyota, and it's a big company, and I know how significant that would be. Matter of fact, we'd love to have them in Carrollton. But you're right. They will never define who you are. They will create jobs for you and do wonderful things for you, but who defines who you are is your spirit, and what you said, and we believe it too, is it's the people. It's always the people. And when the people believe in their communities and each other and appreciate the uniqueness you bring, you have found the secret. So thank you for sharing that secret with us today. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.